You gotta get up and move it, move it. You wanna lose weight? You wanna stay healthy? Gotta move it all day long. Turn the music on, move it. Hear that music? Come on, get the beat. Okay, here we go. We have some dal that we made, and it is really, really delicious. We have lentils and we have chickpeas over basmati rice, and yeah, we're gonna give it a try right about now. Good morning, Hungry Mama Me here. Today we are making some dal. Okay, and we're going to start with our spices. Right here I have curry, I have cardamom, these are the seeds, I have turmeric. Here I have 3 teaspoons of curry. Here I have about maybe a half a teaspoon of the cardamom seeds. Here I have about a half a teaspoon of turmeric. I have 1 teaspoon of cumin. I have 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, 1 bay leaf, 1/2 of pepper, cut in half and just put in. And we're going to start with a little oil. And I'm going to only put about a teaspoon, just enough to get the spices sauteed. I'm going to start with my bay leaf. See if you can see that. Fry that up just a little. And you fry it up until you smell it. Okay? Starting to sizzle just a drop right now. I took 1 cup of red lentils, soaked and washed them. Don't smell it yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know. And then you add sort of 1 by 1 of the spices. And I'm going to use a spoon each time I put the spices in, so I don't get them wet before I put them in. So my pan was not really hot, but it is starting now. Okay, so next we're going to go with the seeds, the cardamom seeds. Okay, they're starting to release their spices. Okay. And then we're going to go with our curry. Make sure you stir all this up. Keep it stirred, because it can burn like really fast, which we don't want. It sucked up every bit of oil, so just going to put a little bit more. Oh, the smell is just so nice. Then we'll go with our cumin. Yes, nice, so nice. Then these other spices we can just go ahead and put in. along with the pepper. Alright, now we'll still let this toast up just a little. Even though all the oil is out, we're still gonna we're still gonna let this toast up just a little. Just a few minutes. And we're almost there. And then we'll move on to the next step. And the next step is chopping our onion. And since I already have garlic that's chopped up, organic, that's what we'll use. Just toasting this a few more minutes and it'll be all done. We'll move it to the side. And we'll move on to our next pan. Pretty well toasted now. It takes about 5 minutes to let it toast. All right, we'll be right back. Now we're on to our next step, which is I'm going to chop up one whole onion. I have a little bit of water in my pan. Yeah. My father, he died. It was fine. He stepped over to my father. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Placed his order. We put this in the pan. He placed his order, and then he fell off. Right. And there was a waitress there that knew him. Uh-huh. She led him in the Lord's Prayer. Right. And then he died. Correct. Well, how does that timing? That's what I can't figure out. And then we'll let this cook down a little. Now, this is only the onions and the garlic. I'm throwing it all over. And that's all you need to cook it down. I mean, it doesn't have to be brown. The onions are fine at this point. That's all you need to do, is to bring out the flavor of them. Then the next thing that we're going to do is we have diced tomatoes. Now, you can use fresh tomatoes. I don't have any on hand, so I'm using canned. Pouring the can of tomatoes in. Nice big can. This is a 28 ounce. Now what I'll do is I'll turn this down and I'll let these tomatoes and onions and garlic simmer. Okay, so that's what we're doing next. Here are the spices. Can you smell that? Oh my goodness. I'm not adding it quite yet. All right. Okay, I decided to go ahead, as these are cooking down, to add my spices. Get them all out. Don't waste any. This way now they'll all cook in together. I'm also going to go ahead and get a little bit more water. Well, a little bit of water. I added none. So. I don't know if you know anything about lentils. My mind is someplace else. I'm very sorry. But anyway, lentils, they cook pretty quick. You've already soaked them, so I'm going to add the lentils about the last 15 minutes. You want them cooked, but you don't want mush. All right, we'll be back when I think it's just about ready to move on to the next step, and I'll let you know what we're going to do. Okay, so I added about another 3/4 of a cup of water. I'm going to show you where it's at this point. All right, and this is after about half an hour cooking. I'm going to have rice with it. This is the basmati rice, and I'm going to wash it and soak it. Now, normally what I would use is the coconut milk light, but I don't have that. So we're going with the real thing, which just actually makes it even better. Can you use regular or oat milk in this? I don't think so. I mean, you can give it a try, but you're not going to get the same consistency. You're not going to get the same taste that you normally would get. So normally I would say yes, but this time I really think I have to say no. So we're going to let this cook down again for about 10 more minutes and then add the lentils, and then we'll be done. This is my statement in reference to the mistrial. See the color that it turned? Okay, so let's let it cook a while, and we'll come back. Okay, here's our 1 cup of lentil. And we're just going to let this cook down. I'll let it cook down for at least 15 minutes. We will be back again. Okay, I now have some garbanzo beans or chickpeas, equal to 1 can, 1 tin. And we're just going to stir it up. Make sure you stir. You don't want it to stick, which mine is starting to do. I caught it right in time. Okay, this will just cook a few more seconds, 5 more minutes maybe, and it'll be done. Thank goodness I caught it. Does it make a lot? Yes, but I'm going to freeze this. I can can it if I choose, whatever I choose to do with it. So it will last me quite a while. All I'll have to do is pull it out when I want it, and it'll be ready to eat. All right, see you again, 5 or 10 minutes.